Hello, my name is Jen and welcome to the book Refuge. Today I'm filming my June TBR for you. Jen, you say, weren't you just wearing this outfit in your May wrap-up? Yes I am, because I'm filming these at the same time, because that's what your girl does. And as I said in the previous video, I'm in my comfy clothes because I have a bit of a back injury today and I need to sit on my comfy couch. My couch's name is Bob, by the way, just so you know. I named him because he's a big part of my life. So anyway, awkward Jen stuff over. Let's get to my TBR. Today I have 11 books on my TBR, 7 which I'm going to show for you, and 4 that we're going to pull from my newly minted TBR jar here. More about that in a little bit. So I'll dive right into my books here. I'm super excited. I can't believe that I'm putting 11 on there. The reason I haven't done a TBR video previously, and I'm starting now, is that when I first started this almost 2 months ago, which is really exciting to me, I didn't know how much I would be reading or what I would be getting through. So I didn't want to put any hard lines in the sand. Not that this is a hard line anyway, because I'm sure I'll read more than these, or I'll DNF some of them and be bored, whatever. But I was too afraid to like put a number to how many books that I could read in case I failed, and then I'd put the video up already and it'll look stupid. But you know what? Looking stupid obviously isn't a problem I have, because I'm wearing my gray hoodie against a cream couch against a white background. But what are you gonna do? Such is life. So let's dive right in. First off on the TBR today is the book you're seeing all over BookTube, and I'm gonna show it to you again. Sky in the Deep by Adrienne Young. This is the Owl Crate book of May. I can't wait to read it. I'm sure you've heard the synopsis 100,000 times, so I'll just say it's about a Viking warrior who some crazy stuff happens and she finds out her brother betrayed her family and she has to make some dark decisions about her future. And this was part of the box that was about kick-ass women or something, or women power, girl power, something like that. But she's supposed to be a kick-ass woman and I can't wait to check it out. So that is one of the books I'm diving into this month. I'm currently reading Bright Burns the Night by Sarah B. Larson. I have read every book that Sarah B. Larson has written, which includes the Dark Breaks the Dawn duology and the Defy trilogy. This book is a cool retelling of the Swan Princess. I loved it. I love the first novel, Dark Breaks the Dawn, and I've just been reading this earlier today and I'm already like 100 pages into it. So far so good. There's a few things that I don't like, which, you know, maybe I'll do a specific review for this one since it just came out today. Yeah, it just came out today and I ran out to get it. But I'm liking it. It's just not quite what I expected, but that's okay. I'm not the only reader trying to be pleased by these books. But yeah, the cover is gorgeous, and take a look at this. The naked cover on this, see if you can see it, is gorgeous. Like the texture, so pretty. I think I'm gonna leave the cover off it actually, because this hawk represents a character in the book and I don't really like him, so I'm gonna leave that off. But I love the naked cover of that book. It's gorgeous. Is one of my romance reads for the month. This one also came out today and I'm super excited for it. And that is Too Wild to Wed. I know, look at my racy cover on my book. This is Eloisa James's newest book. Eloisa James is one of 3 romance writers that I automatically buy her books. I love the characters, the humor, the fun, everything about it. Cannot wait. But yeah, there's some romance novels that I just have to buy the people who write them, or write the books that they write, pick up the books that the authors write. So this is one of them. Eloisa James. This is the second one in a series she's doing, so of course I had to get it. But yeah. Next 3 books I have. The first one, which I'm reading right now, is the Stars trilogy, or Starbound trilogy. I had previously bought this one by Amy Kaufman and Megan Spooner. Amy Kaufman is the one who writes with Jay Kristoff. She writes the Illuminae files, which I haven't read, but I'm warming up to. I don't really like books written in that style, but I've heard so many good things about them, I have to read it. But anyway, what I am reading is these, so it's these broken stars, their fractured light, and this shattered world. I think I have those in the wrong order, but currently I'm reading these broken stars and I'm loving it. I started it last night and I'm like 60 pages in. It starts out with this massive, well, actually it starts out with someone is being interrogated and you see little clips of the interrogation as after the fact of what's happened. But the main characters are Lilac and Tarver, and they escape from a spaceship just as the whole thing explodes. They're able to get into an escape pod and they land on a planet below, a habitable planet, and they watch as the ship they were on crashes and burns on that planet, and they are left alone and they have to try to survive. There's a class difference between them. Tarver is a young war hero from a poor family who was on the rich part of the ship because he's a war hero, and so they wanted him around because they want to show him off that he's a war hero. But he meets Lilac at a party there, and she is the daughter of the ship owner, and so there can't really be anything between them, but they flirt a little bit. And then 2 days later the ship explodes and they escape together, and I'm so excited. It has this weird Titanic / Castaway feel to it. If Jack didn't die when the ship exploded. Hashtag too soon. But anyway, I'm loving it so far. The writing style's cool. There's a mystery because you don't know who is in the interview, so you don't know who, like, you kind of know who is having the interview just because of how they refer to him. But it's very interesting. So I'm really excited. And the covers, people, are so pretty. Beautiful. So I'm loving it. One of the things I'm nervous about is each book is like about a different set of characters. I don't know how they connect or like what happens. We'll see, obviously, but I'm not someone who likes that. I don't like when points of view change, especially once I love someone. So we'll see. I mean, maybe all these characters will be great and it'll be fantastic, but we'll see. The final book that is already picked out ahead of time is The Savior's Champion by Jenna Maressi. I've heard mixed things, but mostly good about this novel. As you'll see, my fluffy bookmark is in it. I've only read a little bit. For some reason, this is totally my fault. I didn't know that this was adult fantasy, which is totally my bad because I've since went and rewatched the review that I watched before, and it says that it's an adult, but I wasn't paying attention. So I can already tell it's going to be a lot more violent than I thought, which is okay. I'm not totally opposed to violence. But anyway, this is about the Sovereign's championship. It's this competition where 20 men fight for the hand of the savior, who's this girl who has all this power, and she must have an heir to continue to pass the power on and to keep the land fruitful and plentiful. And so when she comes of age, she has to marry someone. The main character's name is Tobias, and him and his best friend enter the competition because he needs the money to help his sick twin sister as well as keep his family fed. And when you enter, you get a huge amount of money because it's very high chances that you'll die. So far there's a certain vibe of the Hunger Games mixed with Gladiator, mixed with a thriller. And Jenna Maressi is on AuthorTube and she seems sassy as hell. So I'm really excited to dive more into this. I just haven't been quite in the right mindset yet. Like, I started it and I was like, not quite ready for this, but I will get through it this month. I just might have to, because, I bounce through books until I land on one I really like. But I'm excited to see where this goes. It might take me a little bit of time. So those are the 7 books that I already have picked out. Next, I want to introduce you guys to my TBR jar. So I will link down below to the booktuber I first saw doing this, because I was watching one of her reviews, one of her TBRs, and she pulled out a TBR jar, and I was like, shut the front door, I want one. So mine is not as cute as hers. I will upgrade at some point. But what I did is I have a library app on my phone, not for a library, but for my library. And I scan in books as I buy them. Oh, I can't show you because I record on my phone. But the app is called My Library. And so it has all my books on it. And when they're not read, they go into a category in there, and it says I haven't read them yet. So what I did is I wrote all of them on these Post-its, and I color coded them. So the colors are blue, purple, pink, and orange. And blue is classics, purple is YA, pink is romance, surprise, surprise. And then orange is adult novels or thrillers and other. So basically that means like Jason Bourne would fit into the orange category, but so does Iron Gold. Like if it's not YA and it's not romance, it went into the orange one. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pick one from each color, and I will show you the other books I'm reading. I'll add them to my list over here. All right, so the first one I grabbed is orange. So this is my thriller or adult novel. Okay, and I picked Outlaw by Ted Dekker. Some of these are going to be really old because I have books that I haven't read going back to high school. Books I would pick up at thrift stores or whatever, but I want to pick some that I haven't read. So Outlaw by Ted Dekker is going to be my orange pick. It's hard to get these out. Okay. This is Lady Thief by A.C. Goggin. That novel is the second one in a series that I started so long ago. It's the Scarlet series by A.C. Goggin. And I don't know why I haven't read it yet, but that's why it's in my TBR jar, is to get me revitalizing some of these, because I think that trilogy is done now and I never bought any more of it. All right, next let's pick out a romance. Picked 7 Minutes in Heaven by Eloisa James. So that's cool. I'll be reading 2 of her books. Finally, I'll pick a classic, which I'm super excited about the classics because I have tons of them and I've only read a few of them. I hope for a Jane Austen, maybe. Yes. Sense and Sensibility by Jane Austen. So these are the 4 books I picked out of my TBR jar. 7 Minutes in Heaven by Eloisa James for the romance category. Sense and Sensibility by Jane Austen for the classic category. Ted Dekker's Outlaw for the adult/thriller category. And Lady Thief by A.C. Goggin for the YA category. So that is my to be read for June. Wow, I hope I make it through these. I think I can do it if I'm disciplined, which isn't always. So hopefully I read most of these. Otherwise, that's fine. But I just wanted to try it once and we'll see if it works out. So here is my TBR. Woo, that's high. I'm gonna give it a go, guys. So yeah, thanks as always for coming to watch this video with me. Tell me if you like the TBRs. I mean, I know they're really popular on BookTube, but I just want to make sure it's something you want to see, or if you just want to see the wrap-ups or the book hauls or whatever. But I'm still so new to this. I'm just making whatever videos feel good to me. So yeah, super excited to take on this task, and you guys have a wonderful first week of June. Summer's here. We could do it. Fight the good fight. All right. Thanks for stopping by. Love you as always. Bye.